Julie's on the line in Wilkesboro, North Carolina. Julie, you're on the Ken Coleman Show.
Hi, Ken. Thanks for taking my call.
Well, Julie, you got me all fired up, so I'm excited to help you. What's going on?
Well, I just need some direction.
Okay. Direction where?
I left my corporate job of 23 years 2 years ago. They moved out of town about 2 hours away, and I didn't want to go that far. So I took the payout and took an entry-level job at a company in town. Mm-hmm. Well, I thought there would be room to grow, and there's not. It's a job that just exhausts me. I take about 300 calls a week, and I'm a very introvert, and I cry about every day when I go into this job.
You know why?
Yeah.
That just sucks the energy out of you.
It does.
You're being put in a situation where you are asked to do something that's not in your talent zone. Meaning you're okay talking to these people, but there's this natural energy that introverts have, and you're being asked to spend something that you don't even have.
Yes.
All right. Hey,
totally.
Take a deep breath right now. Right now.
Okay.
Take a deep breath. I want to hear it.
Okay.
I want to hear it.
Okay.
All right. Now, here's the great news. There's plenty for you to do out there. So we're going to have some fun right now. Okay. What gives you energy? You know what sucks the life out of you. and I think because you know that, let's focus on what gives you the juice. Let's just go right to work that you would love to do. You've got enough of a work career to be able to identify some type of work where you go, I think about this kind of work. And then when I'm in the middle of this work, I have high emotion. And I love this work so much, sometimes I don't want to stop it. I want to keep doing it. I'm looking forward to it. And that's high devotion. Talk to me about that.
Well, I'm creative, and so I would love to write. I love to write stories, to tell stories.
Good. Let me ask you this. Tell me, beyond writing stories, some other areas where you see your creativity kind of just naturally come out, and people have always complimented you on this type of creativity, beyond writing.
Oh, goodness. Any kind of craft. I can normally do any type of painting, crafting, anything along that line. Interesting.
How much money what's your financial realities? What kind of money do you need to make, or what do you want to make?
Honestly, the payout that I received, I still have majority of it. So we have a little safety net.
Ooh, who's we?
My husband and I.
Okay, great. So we don't need your income right now. Anything you would make right now would be gravy. And is it okay that it stays that way for a while, or does it need to kind of go, well, we can do that for a year and a half, 2 years? Give me the rest of that financial picture.
Well, I would like for it to go up. Okay. But if it had to remain the same for a little while, we could maintain.
Okay, what's that number up? What are we aiming for?
I don't have a number.
Everybody has a number. What's the number?
I really don't have one. I'm sorry.
But the reason I'm asking you that is because that determines what our path looks like to what we want to do. Okay. So knowing that you're very creative with your hands and head, you have a creative eye. And that creative eye comes out in the form of you're very verbally gifted, correct? Very verbally gifted. If you want to write, if you like to write, I hope you got good. Correct. So we need to have that verbal gift, the gift of communication. And so that creativity, that imagination, I think you've got communication and imagination are two of your strongest talents. True?
True.
Right, good. So what would you try tomorrow if you knew you couldn't fail but didn't have to commit to it?
I would love to work for a magazine or newspaper and write short stories.
Oh, my goodness. That is fun. That's fun. Now, here's what's good news about that. In the world we live in now, that doesn't have to be something that you move to some town to do. I mean, I've got a dear friend who's a world-class writer, and he's writing for companies and people all over the place. And he's sitting on the dock of his boat. Sometimes I called him the other day, he's on his pontoon boat writing. Nice day. He's on his pontoon boat in the dock, and I go, what are you doing, man? He goes, I'm writing. I go, what are you writing? He's writing for some automobile company or whatever. I'm like, man, that's great. He's like, oh, yeah, man. He goes, I just kicked the flip-flops off. I'm about ready to finish this article. So there are a lot of possibilities there. But I will tell you it's a very competitive field. And financially, This may need to be a side hustle. You can go all in right now, but if your income's going to need to jump back up, you may need to jump back into a day job that will bring in the income you want or need while you're continuing to write. Okay?
Yes.
So 2 things, 2 recommendations. And Amanda is going to pick you up right now, and she's going to connect you, okay, in just a second. But Julie, 2 things. I want you to pursue the writing. I want you to go all in, okay?
Okay.
And what I mean by that is, and I'm going to give you exactly what you need to do, and then the steps are going to continue to reveal themselves, okay? But I would also play around with that creative craft side as well. It may never turn into something. It may. But I think it's going to help the writing process. And more importantly, I want you to do the writing and the crafting, I'm going to call it crafting, right now to really get that creative muscle working again. And that's going to really fill your heart, okay? So 2 things. I want you to buy the book, Show Your Work by Austin Kleon, Kleon. It's a great little book called Show Your Work. Take you 10 minutes to read. It's brilliant. And it's what you need right now. You need the constant encouragement and maybe my voice haunting you to start writing. Like today. I'd write a short story. Today. You don't have to show it to anybody yet. But Show Your Work is going to really push you to start putting those stories out, even if it's on social media, even if it's on Instagram. What if you go take a picture of a fence post and write a short story and just put it on Instagram? I forget how many characters you have. I think you got up to like, I don't know how many words you can do, but I'd start doing short stories on Instagram. Facebook. It's free. It doesn't cost you any money. So that's what I mean. So read Show Your Work, and then Amanda, pick her up, and let's connect her to Allie Fallon, who's been a guest on this program. Allie is one of the best writing coaches I've ever met. She has her own business. Ain't no kickbacks here for me, but she's really, really good. And for those of you who want to be professional writers, the best thing you can do is start to write now, show your work, and then go get a coach. Go get a writing coach who will really help you with voice, really formulating your voice, and then fine-tuning the voice. That's really, really huge, okay? So connect her to Allie Fallon. I believe her website is alliefallon.com if you want to look her up, Fallon. So anyway, we'll give you the information there.